Hi, my name is Javs, also known as Javatronia. I'm a licensed hairstylist, freelance photographer and videographer, as well a mother. Recently, I was introduced to the world of toy collecting, and here I will share with you my journey and exploration into the world of action figures, not only as a collector and consumer, as well a passionate new fan. Hi, Javatronia here, ready to review TF Prime Cryofire Predaking Voyager class. I'm really excited to introduce you to him. He is a redeco of the original Predaking, and I just have to say that originally I was not that excited about it. He is a Target exclusive. Checked him out, was like, oh, I'm not really sure, but once I got him out of the package, I just love him. I love the color scheme. The purple, the blues, the silver, it just really meshes really well together and almost gives him a little different character. He doesn't seem like a Predaking, so fits in really well with all the other Predacons and doesn't seem like I have doubled up on my Predaking, so I'm really excited to introduce you to him. Alright, let's get started. Take a closer look. And please excuse my setup here. We just got done doing a photo shoot with our G1 Autobots and Decepticons from seasons 1, 2, 3, and the movie. Just haven't broken it down yet, so figured with his color scheme he fits in really well with this white background. Didn't think it was going to be a big deal. Okay, so special features, something different about this guy. So one of the main things I've definitely noticed a difference would be these new hieroglyphics on his forearms. Kind of neat, they almost seem more computer-like. It's kind of a neat addition. And of course he still has his Cryofire blasters instead of Hydrofire blasters, but with him being Cryofire Predaking, kind of neat multi-head. I do like that kind of gimmick. It's kind of neat, he seems more intimidating and kind of fierce and powerful, so I do like that. Here he is. And then here is his wingspan. I just really love his color scheme. I don't know what it is, maybe just me naturally loving the blue and the purple together, but it really fits in very nicely. And nothing against the original Predaking, because I do love that as well, because it is an original, but I kind of like this redeco, so I'm not going to complain at all about him. For articulation, alright, so his mouth does move open, can open pretty far and close all the way. Head tilts, and then his neck does tilt down and up, so there's good movement there. Shoulders, there's swinging in and out. Hind legs, in and out as well. His claws, his wrists here can rotate, elbows bend on the front and in the back. And his wings are double jointed, so it gives great posability. You can do lots with that. More flight mode, if you're in kind of a crowded space with other Predacons or the Prime characters, he doesn't have to have a large wingspan. You can kind of shrink it up and make it a little bit easier to fit onto your shelf. And for his transformation, put his blasters to the side, remove his tail, which becomes his blade in robot mode. Cover that a little bit more in detail later. Alright, so I'm going to bring his wings up and move them forward over his shoulders to work with his legs. Swing this leg forward to be parallel with his body, and then we're going to untab and just kind of pull up from there. Straighten it out and then rotate it facing towards the front of the body here. You can see with the crotch plate here that's the front of the body. And same thing with the other side. You're going to bring his hind leg forward to be parallel with the body, untab this, and then rotate forward. That's forward. And then just bring this kind of up and back just to get out of the way. And with each leg, you're going to rotate the original hind legs in. They do have a tab right here, there, and a tab hole in here. Going to connect those two. Make sure the claws are pointing back. That becomes his heel. Rotate that in. Kind of his claws out and tab that in. Oh, bring his toe forward. Okay. Bottom half complete. So then we're going to rotate the body forward. You can bring his wings down into the side for the moment, his arms out a little bit, and then you're going to bring his chest plate forward, rotate his dragon head back, and it's going to kind of tuck into itself a little bit, and then you're just going to push the dragon head back and in, and that pops his head forward. Just being sure that the little tab here gets under the chest plate, and then you can kind of position it, just kind of make sure that it's brought up all the way flush. And then this part of the tail now comes up behind and becomes kind of his spine and back area to hide. So there is that little bit of a kibble piece of Predaking here. All of this is very much the same as the original Predaking. In the instructions, his wings are down into the sides, but I kind of like them more up, displayed up and over his head. Gives him more, I feel like, more of a tough guy look. And for his arms, we're going to bring the shoulders down, close up his dragon claws, and then last finishing touch here would be his spiky shoulder pieces. Just going to bring them from the back up forward. And just kind of tab in there. So here we have Cryofire Predaking. I don't know about you, but he just looks awesome. I don't know why, he just looks totally different. And I know he's the same, just a redeco, but he just has a different feel and I'm really loving it. Okay, now we're going to check out his articulation, starting with his head. Tilts up and down. There is no side tilting, but we have rotation. Shoulders swing in and out, back and forth. We have a bicep swivel, elbow bends, and full wrist rotation, claws open and close. There is slight waist rotation, but it is prohibited by this back piece here hiding his dragon head. So you're not going to really use that for any posing, anything like that. So we're not going to worry too much about how much that moves. And his hips swing back and forth, in and out. There is a little bit of a ratchet joint in there. You can't hear it, but you can feel it kind of locking, and you could hear it a little bit back and forth. Knee bends and swivels, and then his toe tilts. He doesn't have a lot of heel movement because it is his claws. They kind of just stay pushed back. You're not really going to lift those down because he is pretty high on his heels already. And again, his wings, I showed you earlier, they're double jointed and they move up and down so you can get some high posing with them or keep them low like the instructions say. So for his accessories, we took his tail off and now it becomes his blade. Lots of detail molded in there. Just love the color. Again, color scheme is just great. I don't know what else to say about it. I'm just really digging it. And the quality of his plastic and his mold this time seems to be a little bit better. He's a little bit easier to pose, seems a little bit more durable. He holds his blade a lot easier than the original Voyager class. And then his blasters. Now you can individually peg them in. They have a peg here and peg holes on the top of each wrist. You can do them individually if you would like, or you can combine them to kind of be a dual-headed blaster. And then the heads move together as one in unison. And just pick that into his wrist here. So now he is armed and dangerous. I think I would be a little bit scared if he came knocking at my door. I don't know about you. There he is. Final look at Cryofire Predaking. Size comparison. I have Beast Hunter's Optimus Prime. Measures up pretty well. I do wish Predaking was still a little bit larger than Optimus. It seems more appropriate, but I'm not going to complain. He looks great. Sized pretty well. And then we do have Deluxe Class Wheeljack. He does size up well. Again, he's just a redeco of the original Voyager class Predaking. So, there's nothing different about his size, but he looks pretty great. I do have to say, he is definitely worth the $22 at Target, $23, whatever he is. He looks great. He doesn't have to be the same character, Predaking, as he's labeled. He fits in really well with all the other Predacons, so he can definitely be kind of a different character if you wanted him to be. Doesn't look a lot the same, especially if you display him a little bit separately. even with the same just being a redeco, and I'm really excited to have him. He is a great part of my collection. Thank you so much for joining me again, Javatronia Reviews, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you.